My wife and I have been in Seattle for a year. We went hiking and running. But this video isn't about the run or the views. It's about our journey to this city. Our journey began halfway across the world, in the world's most expensive city, Singapore. At that point of time in my career, I knew I wanted a change. And some of you might know that doing well in software engineering interviews itself is a skill. I feel that these interviews don't necessarily measure how good an engineer you are, but they are still a hurdle that everyone's got to go through. So being inspired by the book Atomic Habits, I started building a daily routine around interview preparation. Like many software engineers, I've always aspired to work in FAANG. Then one unexpected day, an Amazon recruiter reached out. And I figured that since with all the preparation that I've been doing, I might as well give it a shot. No harm, right? So I jumped in and went ahead with the interviewing process. The interviews were a lot more manageable than I expected. Maybe it's the preparation that I've done, maybe it's my luck of getting the easier questions. I don't know about that. Final round though was the hardest. The interviewer wanted the most memory efficient solution, but at that time I just couldn't think of the solution. In the end, the interviewer gave me some hints and I barely managed to solve it within the interviewing time. So after 3 to 4 days, the recruiter reached out and told me that they wanted to proceed ahead with the offer as well as the team matching process. So the team matching process is whereby I get to speak to different team managers and understand what their project is. It gives us, the candidates, a lot more power in terms of who we want to work with. In addition to that, and I also got to choose where I want to work within the US. In the end, my wife and I chose Seattle because first, Seattle is a tax-free state, so it doesn't have state tax, but it has federal tax. Second, is because Seattle is Amazon headquarters, hence we got a lot more opportunities within the company here. So I would say receiving the offer was exciting, but deciding whether to move or not, that was complex because it not just involves me, it involves my family members and my wife's family as well. After considering the pros and cons, my wife and I decided to go ahead with this opportunity. Before leaving Singapore, my wife and I had one big thing on our agenda, which is our wedding banquet. We only had 4 months to plan for the whole event. In the end, we decided to keep it small and intimate, focusing on our family, because the time frame was just too short to plan a bigger event to include our friends as well. Moving to Seattle has been a new chapter for my wife and I. I'll say the hard part is not the new job, but it's the moving to the new country, getting used to the cultural differences between US and Singapore, especially in terms of the tipping process, in terms of driving on the left-hand side instead on the right, as well as having to cook every day. A year has passed, and I'll say my wife and I have settled in nicely. We found an apartment that we like, and we built our daily routines around our work. So that's where I am right now. If you're thinking of working abroad or making a big change, I'll say why not, just try it. Alright, that's all for this video. I hope my story has helped you or even inspired you in one way or another. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye!